then the customer, okay, I'm ready to make the Teams meeting with you. So there was some pre-work to that done, right?
Mm,
So it's like
mm.
a pinnacle, or like what's this stage?
Yeah, exactly. So somehow we need to get a prospect in front of us, obviously. And we have here, we get these kind of GDPR tests from our people who work here. They just
Yeah.
call around and do you want a GDPR like quick test. I take some of those and then we turn those into demos. But mostly my customer interactions come from just straight up cold calling. I've done three bookings today, so just
Oh, so
calling
you
people. And
do, so you do that.
I also, well, if you want to
No, no,
have
I
many,
need
yeah.
to know that because like I'm building because there is many ways to do it, and
Hmm.
not to invent a bicycle.
Yeah.
I would like to get the idea like what's the best way. So like so I don't go the wrong way, and it's the
Mm-hmm.
hard way. So and then you will telling why Tim, why didn't you ask us? Why did you start
Mm-hmm.
doing that and wasted a month? So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, cold calling, just straight up calling people and saying that we help with GDPR. Is this something that you're doing at the moment? That's usually, I just call a CEO. Usually, that's the first person I ask. Is the GDPR like personal data processing something that's on your table? If they're like yes. Sometimes they have somebody else who helps with it. But then after that, usually say that something along the lines of, so are you completely doing it on your own time with your own energy? Because basically what I'm going to be pitching is an easier way to do this. So I want to kind of like get him thinking that, okay, where I'm spending my time, my resources, which probably I'm not the best expert here. So then they usually say yes. Then I say, okay, well, I work with a lot of companies. If there's some company that we have a reference that could interesting, I usually drop the name, and then I'm like, so I can show you just quickly, not anything too serious. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, jump over Teams Friday, Tuesday, and just start working from there.
okay, okay. And normally they already know what is GDPR and they have it on the table.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's uh, especially like if we're talking about any kind of company that's not necessarily like a like say man and van kind of set up like some dude who makes pipes or something like this, he might not be interested at all. But if we're talking about a company with like a million plus annual revenue, this is something that they are most definitely aware of, even though they might necessarily know what they should be doing or
Mhm.
what it all entails. And that's why, like, I try to make the intrigue that this is something important. I usually try to drop that something about their like specific line of business, why this could be very relevant, so that they start like, okay, yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Okay, you can tell me more about that if you don't mind, of course, because like I've been selling like lots of things in my
Okay.
life, then different kinds of things, but not the product of the modern century, not the digital product through basically, and not with a live interaction, but
Okay.
through the video, basically. So I'm not afraid of anything, but I just need to, like I said, grasp the
Yeah.
best from the professionals since we are on the same boat and we are in the same, not only the same teams meeting, but we are in the same team. And of course, I will, if I have something you would like me to share, I would be, of course, very maybe helpful to you, and I'm very open. So I'm absolutely transparent, and I'm just asking for partnership help here. So that's what I mean.
Of course, and that's why I'm here. I would love to help. So, well, okay, this is probably too big, but let's say it would be. I've been calling mostly what would we call ohjelmisto, like software uh, implementation and software development companies.
Hmm.
So basically, it started because I had one company that I made a deal with. So I've just been calling like similar types of companies, and let's say this is one that I booked today. Mm, so here, just went to their website. I usually like to keep it as simple as possible. If I come here, this is like in Finnish, I don't know why it's actually also partly in English. I'll switch the. Okay, their website doesn't even work in English. Okay, so but usually they have the privacy policy here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Have you seen those privacy
Yeah, of
policies?
course. No, not me. You ask them. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, but no, but usually they have the privacy policy here, so I'll check it before I call, usually, just to kind of see where they're at. Like basic, is there anything that's done right? Is there a
Mhm.
lot that's done right? But for example, here they didn't even have it, so it was pretty clear that I could help, uh, because they should have one. So here, and then actually the dude happened to have the same name as me, so I was like,
Okay.
this is gonna be good. So it was just basically, obviously in Finnish. I just called and I'll give you about to speak. It was, uh, hi, Sakari from defense calling. It was Sakari on the phone, right? Perfect. I was just checking your website, and did I understand correctly that you have the best, like, what would be total understanding of how the GDPR data processing is basically done at Hustaware? So just the first thing I ask is make sure that I'm talking to the right person. Is this something that you're accountable for? Is this something that you're doing? It was just like, yeah. And I was like, so is this something you've been totally doing on your own resources, using your own time, or have you had any help here? Some people at that point will like ask, why are you calling me? But I usually like to, if it's possible, to get the two questions because I get two yeses.
Mhm.
This guy said, no, I've been doing this totally myself. He actually kind of laughed and said that he's not exactly sure about everything. And then I was like, perfect. Like, this is exactly why I keep calling people, because usually there's out of 10 people, one will be someone who's actually been thinking about this. So then he just said that, no, I was kind of not sure how this works and stuff like that. Then I just said that, okay, I've been working the past years with these kind of companies, dropped one name there, and said, we've developed a very easy way for you as a entrepreneur to make sure that all these GDPR things are done correctly. But I'm not here right now to speak your ear off. You have no idea who I am, and you've been doing something else right here. So Friday or next Tuesday, 10 o'clock, I'll show you quickly through Teams how this stuff works, and you'll see a few references, which works better. Then and that's my style of cold calling. I get pretty quickly to the point. That's about 2 minutes we're in, even that. I ask for the meeting. But then obviously we'll start getting some, uh, what do we call, objections. And then obviously that's when the sales work happens. You start, like, I think this guy said something about my ECT person or something else. So then I just usually let it go through one ear, out the other one. Don't listen to the first objection because it's usually just something that they throw out to try to get rid of you.
Mhm.
I usually just go like, okay, perfect, exactly. I was just checking that this is one of the business areas where it's very high risk. This just like make it more important again. And then I just about said for the meeting again, and then he said yes. So
Uh-huh.
usually it just goes like they almost always give one no, but then they'll almost immediately take a yes after that. If and then yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's why that because I will be probably not, like I said, not inventing the bicycle and just doing the same. But yeah. So people are even if he's busy, the CEO, he will find half an hour because he understands the importance. Okay.
Exactly, and if the idea is that people are interested, we have here this. I'll show you. I've got this on the board. It's like 33, 35 tested magic words to get people to buy.
Ah, okay.
But just like I try to make it interesting, fun. Like I'm like, for the first time, you can, as a business owner, with as little effort as possible, make sure all the GDPR things are done. If I was a business owner and I was spending my own time researching GDPR, not sure what's on my website, and I know I'm accountable for this, I would probably actually be kind of interested if you say that you've worked with somebody I know. And yeah, but obviously I know that for you it's hard when you don't have the reference base yet, because
Yeah.
I can
Well.
obviously just, but it'll come. It'll come. Just say that we've worked like defense has worked for like 20 years with people, making it as easy as possible, because that's the only thing that we can really offer people. Obviously, that they haven't necessarily done this, but the biggest thing is just you'll never have to stress about this. That's the kind of language I use. Save time, no stress, easy. GDPR easily, no stress. Like this kind of thing seems to work with people because they don't want to spend time on this, but they don't want to break the law.
Yeah. The funny thing is that in US, I've been trying to get my friends and like even guys who create websites and they create like CRM or whatever they're even Russia originated, so they basically know the Europe. And they're like, GDPR, what's that? Let me Google for that. I have no idea. So like, I'm like, come on, man. Like you're building websites for the people like that spend millions on it, and you have no idea. So how about your customers? Oh.
Mm.
So it would be like that's not the point of the meeting. Let's not waste time. I will have to make this
Yeah,
kind of
the U.S.
yeah
the U.S.
yeah.
market will probably be hard. I have no idea how that works, and obviously this is
Nobody
a
has an
EU.
idea, but it works definitely, and they are fined, and so there's a lot of people who are fined, so which is good. But we will not start with fines, but we'll start with something good. So start with something,
Yeah,
like the link that I sent you. Maybe I will use those like the kind of stuff like that. Maybe like so you don't have that, but let's do that, or references to Finland, 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 Finland. Hmm.
yeah, exactly, and yeah, and that's the hard part. That obviously, like, getting the if you get the person interested, so you know that they are working on this, and then you say that you have something that can help with it. It's not really that far-fetched that somebody wants to see the idea. It's because especially if you're like, say, I usually always say, no pressure. It's not any kind of like sales call. I won't be shoving anything down your throat. Just quickly, we'll hop on Teams. I'll show you how the thing works. I'll show other company. You can decide. Just like
Hmm.
make sure that they don't feel like it's just really easy. You'll hop on. I'll show how it works. You'll know if it's something that will save your time. So, but then obviously that's the hard part. After that, when you get them online, is when they know that it costs something. Because it is true, obviously, that it's not day to day that people ask about these GDPR things. So that's then the other thing that happens during the sales pitch. The most important thing that I've noticed is when I start making a lot of deals, it's when I remember to keep talking about the basic, like the day to day moments where they'll see these stuff. So what I gotta do as this salesman is talk about like customer stories where we're like we had a customer who was working with a international bank and they got this kind of question and then we had to work with it a month or something like this. Keep dropping like these. Here's a risk assessment. I actually had one customer who had this risk assessment asked for because otherwise it will very easily come to the end of the sale and they'll just like be this is nice to have. But if you keep like just dropping like points where they'll actually use this, then it's much more easy for them
Hmm.
to invest because they like feel that they actually need this, not just something nice to have.
Hmm. 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 References, 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 yeah. And
Mm.
some fines, maybe. Or
Yeah,
you're not
maybe.
talking about the
Yeah.
bad things, right? That somebody was fined, somebody was heavily fined. No,
Mm.
it's better not to talk about that, right?
Well, depends totally on what kind of customer. So if it's a big company, why not? Because if you're talking to a company that is some uh, relative to something that has been fined, obviously the fine is a very good reason. I just actually happen to be kind of I'm not the best at doing like big deals or with big companies. You could probably see from my energy. It's best for me to have like somebody who has like 4 people working for them or like 10 people, and then I just like bang a lot of these meetings every week and make small deals. But so they don't like care about fines because nobody's fining like like uh, sanitation Seppo. Like it's just not going to happen. He's not going to get a 5% fine if he's missing this. But what I talk about for him is how this affects customers buying from him. Uh, and then I also use my like the kind of morals where I go like it's much more easy just to do the things the way the law wants you to do instead of not doing it. Can we agree on that? If he's like, yeah, I think it's better to obey the law, then we're like,
Mm.
okay, so that means you have to do these, right? Because I'm not inventing this. It's not me. It's not William. It's not Juha who invented it. Here on the website, we can see that these are required by law, and you want to do as the law says, right? And then he'll be like, yeah, well, how do you want to do it?
My way or the hard way?
Well, and it's not even my way. It's just an easy way. We have this platform, and if you feel that you want to do it like this, we can do it. How does that sound? And then just like, let's just go for it. But yeah, um, yeah, fire away. Sorry, I get
No,
very
no, no, no.
excited. You
Okay,
can
but
notice that I'm back in.
that's exactly what I needed because the for me would be so if you have the person who already agreed on the meeting and they kind of already understand, like in Finland, it's everybody has it, so it's just. But if you have somebody who already understands, then we go to this part, which I will now gladly go through with you. But for me, like the funnel to lead to that
Yeah.
is of the same. I'm not saying more or less is of also greatest importance, like how to get the leads dropping there. I got the idea. Okay, it could be the conversion could be 10%, but maybe it could be 5%. So I just have to
Mm,
make first few months I have to make like double phone calls. So that's not a problem because
mm,
they don't give a damn what's that. They heard something but then they confused because they heard the GDPR and then the AI Act. They also have to have a representative, and then they also have to have a physical representative of GDPR Article 27. And it's a kind of tornado in their minds. So they heard here, there, and but they don't know nothing. And then so yeah, so maybe I will just have to just more work more. That which is okay. Or with me, I'm not afraid of working. I'm married to a Karelian woman, so
mm.
I know what's that. So.
Perfect. Perfect. And yeah, and exactly. And I take that exact attitude where I've noticed that it's better to just call a bit more and find people who are actually interested in this thing because it's quite an uphill battle, if I'm going to be honest, if you need to make someone actually think that they want to abide by GDPR. So those are the ones that really do drain you. I've done a few deals with some, especially in the what do we call logistics, the truck drivers. They've like it's soul crushing when you have to try and make the person understand why they have to obey the law because they don't even necessarily agree with you that this is like it's important how we process people's data. They're just like it's so little. We're fucking moving parcels. Like it's not people. And then you'll it's so emotionally you'll but on the other hand, if for example when I called like the first 15 people today, I called no booking or anything. Till on like the 15th dude, he was just immediately like, I've been thinking about this thing. It's on my table. And he's like, I actually like almost suggesting the meeting himself. And that's the person you want to meet because then you'll have a great conversation. You'll just go through the thing and he's coming there in interest of finding a good, easy solution for this. And then that's like where you get to help people instead of just like trying to yell why GDPR is important. If you don't like, if I say on the phone that well, GDPR is something that you is mandatory by law, and I would feel that it's smarter to obey the law than not. Are we agreeing on that? And then they're kind of like, no, I don't know, like maybe, possibly. Then I'm just like, fuck it, like I'm not going to be able to make a deal with you, and then just go to the next one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
especially, yeah. And but the good thing is like people who are studied, who like gone to university or something, they usually do actually respect these kind of things. Like they do say that you're on a good mission.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you for that
Okay.
pre-course. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go and to have a look. Like, how does it go?
Yeah. Okay. So thank you, Tim, for taking the meeting today. And we got a lot of stuff to go over, so we'll just get right into business. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Awesome. So basically, when we're talking about GDPR, we're talking about three things. We're talking about personal data, people's rights to their own personal data, And most importantly, as an entrepreneur yourself and your business has an accountability, you must be able to prove that you work within the GDPR's boundaries. Make sense?
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. And actually, it's also today, in these times, doing these things in a lawfully uh, shown way is a way you can actually build trust and indicate to your customers, your employees, and also the people you want to work with that you take these things seriously. That way, giving you a competitive advantage over the people who don't do this. That probably makes sense also.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Sounds like a good thing to do. If that won't hurt me and don't take a lot of time and energy, well, we'll get to that. That's the whole thing I will be asking. How much is that? That's all I want to know.
Well, yeah, obviously. Well, first, before I tell you what this kind of solution costs, it's need to know a few things about the business and go through.
Of course, yes.
So I can give you a good representation of that. But then just uh, really digging down onto why this is something that people use as a way to measure trust is that we are mostly, for example, your business, as I understood, is part of a bigger uh, actual like working order. You have customers who buy things from you, but you also have customers that buy things from you, so on and so forth. And nobody on this kind of chain wants to jump into business with someone that they can't be sure is actually doing these things. Also,
Mhm.
probably makes sense, right?
So, so it's important for my partners also, right? But what if my
Exactly.
partners are American companies?
American companies. I don't
Whatever. So we
know
can,
about it.
yeah, we can skip that.
I
We
don't
can
have a,
skip,
I don't
skip.
have,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I
Sorry,
don't
sorry.
have a,
We can skip that
you'll have
part.
to
Yeah,
write
yeah,
something for that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no problem. I don't I got a lot of ways to overcome objections, but I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
ever
yeah, yeah.
get that one.
I will have to. I will work it
Yeah.
with you right now.
Yeah. Okay, but that's the first part of the pitch. So that what we're talking about, why it's important from your business's standpoint, and then immediately, as you notice that I would have usually used, for example, here in Finland we have the Stora Enso case where they had one of their alihankkijat, like persons that they were getting services from, not having everything in like 10 out of 10, and always when something goes wrong, it's not the smaller company that gets blamed, it's the bigger company. You'll
Mm,
be accountable if you're not sure that you're exactly. And so
mm,
immediately
okay.
start dropping these kind of like where this thing has happened before with someone. Mm. Okay. Well, next part. So many organizations, as I would imagine with also you, it's kind of not always as easy to know what the uh, authority actually wants us to do. So we've always just jumped straight off here into the Office of the Data Protection. Um, and here you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. So here you'll see how you demonstrate that you're actually compliant with this regulation, and um, it's actually very here you'll see again why you have to have these in place is because if you, as the controller of this data, are not able to demonstrate that you're compliant with this, it can result in administrative sanctions. So, for example, we've discussed the sanctions, but the reputation loss. What
Mhm.
happens when your customers find out that these kind of things are not done with the required
Quick
severity? And
question. You're showing this to like everyone, right?
yeah,
Like this is the part of the pitch. Like you're
yes,
really showing this
yeah,
okay, okay.
every single one, because
And what if just a quick one, very good. What if people say, "Oh, we're not processing any nothing. We just don't keep any emails or don't keep the phone, don't eat nothing. We just use Google Pixel or Meta Pixel." Then you
mhm,
are a controller, right? So I understand it. But like, what if do you have those ones that they say, "Okay, we
mhm,
don't have credit cards, we don't have emails, we don't have phone numbers, nothing. We just use trackers." And trackers that are not ours. They belong to Google. They belong to Meta. Why the hell should I comply? Did you encounter those ones?
Yeah, and those are exactly, hopefully, if that's true, like there's two cases. Uh, Probably there are businesses that are so small that they don't have any kind of data. Don't book those. You're not gonna get a sale from that kind of
Okay.
company. Those are exactly what I was talking about. Some of these like really small, like fucking like my dad's cousins, like uh, toilet declogging firm. Like if he just like he won't be buying this.
Okay.
But obviously, most people but then on the other hand, if let's say you were like a business to business, and then you're like, we only have big customers. We basically don't have any kind of personal information. We only have like, the businesses, like whoever we're dealing with. Then I'll be like, well, exactly. It's very important that we know what personal information is, or personal data. And here we'll see that it's any information that relates to a living individual. So it's
So
not
you
just,
open
for
it like
example,
that. You you
yeah, I'll
you,
just
you
go for, yeah, yeah.
like this.
I'll,
You
uh,
open it like that for them.
Always when somebody asks me something that I know that for a fact that they're wrong about, I don't want to say it myself. I'm just
Okay.
like, well, let's see what personal data is. Uh,
And
Here's
then you
just from
open it. Okay.
Google. Yeah, I'll just go from Google. I'm like, here, a name and surname is personal data, a phone
Oh.
number, IP address, anything about the company. See, name and company. So, is it possible that you actually do process these kind of data?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. No,
Yeah.
no worries then.
Now
Yeah,
it gets now it hits them. Yeah.
and then we just go forward,
Mm-hmm.
like through one ear, through the out, and don't even stay on it. Just like this is what personal data is. Fact. Forward. Okay. Then this is the most important part. This is where I've noticed that I either make the sale or I don't make the sale. Is when we come here, we go to these are the measures and documents that need to be implemented so that you reach the accountability. Uh, uh, I don't know if you look at the screen, how do you feel? I would imagine that many of my
That's a
clients have
lot,
felt that
man.
this,
That's a
that's,
lot.
how do you feel? Tell me more.
It feels like I have to hire someone because I cannot do it myself.
Really? Is
Not
it?
you, but just maybe my accountant can do that. I can ask for the meeting. If you can just make a print screen of that screen, I will ask Alicia if if she knows something about it, because for me that's like that's hieroglyphics that I don't
Mm,
understand even what that does that mean. Really
mm,
hieroglyphics.
mm. Yeah, and of course you can use your account. And I've also, my friend said his father is a lawyer. You can use him. Any way you want to do this is fine with me. But now that we're here, how about we look at how you could easily do it through our service?
Yes, please. Yes, of course. But I mean, what I mean by answering your question is that these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 points, it's like Japanese. Like I don't understand that. I'm not that
Mm,
guy who understands it.
yeah, exactly. And actually, that's a very good that you did bring up your account, and because uh, here the problem had is obviously that one, this authority is not very good at telling people what they need to do, and when they tell, it's in this kind of way. But obviously, any firm can do whatever they want, and we have here a few books done. Also, one of these is written by our head development team man, Juha Oravala, and very easy to read book guides on this. Your accountant can read this. You can read this. This is like 300 pages. I think this is as much. And basically, that way you can get to the end result. But these are things that have to be done. And most importantly, these must also be regularly. Let's see where it's here in this English version. Actually, don't they have the?
I didn't read it till the end. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
Mm,
uh
No, No.
There's actually, okay, they don't have on the Finnish one. This is very good because in the end they say that these must be
Updated.
looked at, yeah, updated. Like
Mm.
we should find some point where you could show that. But anyway, I would go like, so you have a few choices. You can do this all yourself. You can study how this works, or and then you can also keep it up to date. But
Mhm.
in the same way as your accountant is very good at doing your figures and taking care of your finances, we provide a model where you get to see, put these data protection parts on our table and you get to be stress free. How's that sound?
That sounds good. That sounds good. Because I don't even understand what the accountant is doing as well. I just know she doesn't. If she tries
And
to put me up on these systems, that's same hieroglyphics. So it will be not Japanese, but Chinese. So,
and also, I'll actually usually ask here exactly, just keep doubling down. If you get any of these signals that they don't know how this works, they don't want to know how this works, just keep digging into that pain. I would be like, okay,
mhm.
so why did you originally get the accountant?
Yeah,
They'll
exactly.
start saying they'll just keep describing this pain. They'll be like, I don't understand this. It was easier that somebody else took it off my table. Keep just having them reiterate it will make it very much easier for them to say yes later.
The accounting could be a good option, by the way. It just came to my mind. So it's like if you compare it to accounting, okay,
Mm,
like for example, take accounting. You have to give all the documents to state. You have to report these things, but do you do it yourself? No, you hire an accountant. Can you do it yourself? Yes, but come on. Anybody can do it, but that's not possible. So yeah, this is the kind of reference if you don't have any other reference, that's an easy to understand for anybody. Or a
exactly,
lawyer.
exactly.
Okay, you have a company, you have to go to court and to sue another company. Probably you want to be using that too. And then can you go to the court yourself and defend yourself? Well, yes, but it's better to hire someone who has been 20 years in court and he knows how to speak that language to the judge, because otherwise you fuck up. That like because if you start doing all the documents to the court, yeah, you can do it with your team, of course, using ChatGPT. Yeah, maybe. But go for it. Okay. But who
So
will be responsible for that? Yeah.
exactly perfect. And this actually this core example is one that I'm going to try later today. I got one meeting because that's very good, even more than the accountant, because there's what happens if you would go to court for yourself and then you lose. You go to
Mm.
prison if it's the kind of crime that you go to prison for. You don't want to have somebody doing something who doesn't necessarily know how to do it, because then the end you'll get in trouble. So exactly the same way, if you want your finances done, don't give them to me. I don't know how to do your finances, Tim.
Mm.
But what I do know how to do is how to make sure you're accountable for this. I can give you all the documents. This is the idea. Perfect. Let's move forward. And
Yeah.
then just keep, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
exactly, you're now, if these are the things you talk about 80% of the time and get them to speak about why they don't want to do this, you'll make deals. I
Yeah.
promise you this is, but okay. Then we come to the easy GDPR. And this we've built in a way that we can, as easy as possible, get the authorities list done, the one that looked like Japanese, we've done into 5 clear sections. All we need to do is identify what kind of information, what kind of data we process. We describe where this data goes. We assess what kind of risks are a part of this. Then we just show it to the world, all our companies that we work with, all our potential companies, so that we can make more business, do more deals. We inform them, and then we just keep it up to date. Uh, How's that sound? How do you
Sounds
think
good.
about the big?
Sounds good. Sounds like sounds easy. Like easy to you have in the name. That's a good brand, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Just and then again, you can get, yeah, that's exactly what I've heard from X company that we've worked with, like that this is the most easy way to do it. And but let's go into the first part here. So here we have data flow descriptions. So I'm going to click this open. And what you can now see, Tim, is 20 of the most often used personal data groups. So as a company, as we talked, you have customers, right?
Yep.
Exactly. You potentially actually send emails to people, right?
Yep.
Exactly. We got invoicing. We send invoices to people. We have partners we use for our day-to-day business. We have our own personnel who work for us.
Mm-hmm.
We have, yes, exactly.
The
And
CRM is somewhere here, right?
the CRM is in the next part. I'll show
Okay.
it to you in a second, but very good question. Good. You're a smart guy. So you can probably see that on every one of these, we have this kind of in use, not in use button, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, imagine as a business owner, all you need to do to start actually complying with this GDPR is go through these ready-made registers and click which ones are in use and which aren't, right?
Hmm.
Perfect. And why we click these? Well, because if I open one of these, in every single one of these data flows, we've already written open everything that this needs. So
Okay.
here, instead of you starting from scratch, actually having to think about what the kind of data groups I have and where the information comes from, all the way to when it's deleted from our systems, you don't need to do that because we have it here. And we can just go from top to
Quick
bottom,
question. Then
see.
the part of the Bandarcom, if you're talking with the Bandarcom like this person, or you're showing this Bandarcom to anyone, this was pre-filled like before the meeting. You just pre-fill it as if it is the next customer, or like how does it go? In on a little bit up, little bit up. Here. Default data control. It's the data controller. So, but data controller is the customer, right? Is the Bandarcom OI, and you're talking with Bandarcom OI right now, or
No,
like you're showing
actually,
just I don't understand. Like
yeah,
imagine you're calling whatever Tim OI, but you're showing Bandarcom OI, right? So you're showing other customer, like with that.
yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So how this works is uh, I have my own. This is because I don't have an English profile on my consulting page, so that's why I couldn't show it to you from here. But basically, what I do is I show through Sakke Hukka Consulting. This is just like a
So
basic.
this Sakari Hooker Consulting is your company.
Yeah, it's my company, and it's
So
just
yeah, I'm
basically.
asking that because it would be wise to create, because like I have my own also consulting company, so I could make like basically not a replica. I'm sorry, I don't want to steal nothing from you, but I mean what I mean is that it will be a question asked, and it would be wise to have like a template which should be fully open. Like, okay, here is my company, and this and this and this and this, and this is how it's normally done for normal. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, but it's exactly as you said. So if we look at this, and I think I haven't actually had people ask that. I think it's probably exactly because of when it's the Sakari Hukka consulting, they can like kind of understand that this is a default like profile.
Mm.
But yeah, I should have actually. You can just make it a bit more clear in the beginning that I'm showing you a just blank, easy profile. This is what you get as a company. It's already here. So what we'll just change is your name will come here. And
Okay.
exactly. So,
Mm.
but basically, we have all these ready. And the reason for having this many registers here and having them in this more order, I'm actually going to just, I'll close that and open the Bandercom, but you'll hear, is because we wanted to make a service where you have everything you will need and you can just easily start taking out the things you don't need instead of having it the other way. Because
Mm.
actually, Juha,
Mhm.
who invented this service, he he told me this funny story where when he was a little kid, he was with his dad, and he was looking for a Christmas tree. And actually, they found a Christmas tree where there were less like branches on the other side than on the other side. And first, they started making like holes on the other side and put new branches on there. And then they started thinking, why didn't we just take off branches? It's the easiest way to come to the required ending. Just we give you everything you need, and then you just click the stuff that actually applies to you. Make sense?
Yeah, it's like Michelangelo. You know how Michelangelo did his statues? Michelangelo did his statues. He said, I just take a big piece of stone and cut what is not necessary. That's how you do the statue.
Exactly. And this is the way. And again, let's just keep getting people interested, excited, feelings. That's a hell of really. That was really good. Like Michelangelo, we're gonna make this GDPR statue perfect. All we need to do is chip away the rocks that are in the way. So perfect. Exactly. Exactly. Very good. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Okay. So here we'll go back to the Banderkompa. So basically, the fact is that not everybody is very interested about all the specifics what we have here. That's the main thing that I'm trying just to get across to people, that we have everything you need, and you just need to click away the stuff that you don't have. So that was the first part. That's the first place where we get all the data that we have. Then after that, same logic, we go to the data systems. We've given you all the data systems that most usually are with different businesses, and all you need to do is click if it's in use or not in use.
Mhm. Sorry, so
Also,
if your company already pre-filled everything, if I just click on anything, you will have all the what is needed by law already inside filled, right? Like CRM. Okay, we're using CRM. So you already have what is CRM by GDPR law uh,
yeah,
responsible. Okay.
exactly. If I open the
Mhm.
CRM, we'll see what kind of data comes into a CRM. Well,
In Finnish, it
customers.
would be description will be pre-filled in Finnish.
Yeah,
If
and
you
if
would open it in Finnish, the description will be already filled, or it will
uh,
be also empty.
yeah, there's no text in these data systems
Ah,
in this
okay, okay.
description, but
Because I
it's
don't know, I'm asking. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, no problem. But no, and this is just a blank. Basically, this Fundercom, there's very little that we changed other than just add like clicking the stuff that they don't have. But
Hmm.
and here we can see that it's already ready. What kind of data comes there? Customer data comes into a CRM. Invoicing data comes into the CRM. Potential customers come into the CRM.
Hmm.
All of this, if I check another one, let's say, for example, email. Uh, actually, but that I don't know why. I hope if they
You
give
can
you an
show it finished. Well, like what I mean, I either have to pre-fill it myself in English just to open for the customer, so he will actually see that it's pre-filled. You see what I mean? So if he says, "Okay, let me click that," like, and he clicks, and you see like the one that he showed before that it's like a lot of things are pre-filled.
yeah,
So
that's actually
something,
true. Yeah,
something.
yeah. Here in Finnish, it actually does have the kuvaus, jos käytössänne on. So this is the description. If you have a digital signature system, choose this. So
Mhm.
it's true. You'll have to talk
I'll
with
have to just
Juha.
make some homework for this particular like template
Mm.
that would be used. So just pre-fill a lot in English language so it will look good and it will be good and look good too. Yeah, I
Exactly.
understand.
Perfect.
Hmm.
So, but then we've actually taken, so there we have the data flow descriptions, we have what kind of systems the data goes into, and last segment is who actually gives us these systems. So the businesses behind it. Here we have some of Finland's most common ones: Accounter, Admicom, ChatGPT, DocuSign, Google. Here's a big insurance company here, MailChimp, so on and so forth. And continuing with the same logic, nothing is needed to add here unless we are missing one of our companies that you work with. If it's missing something, then it's very easy to add one from up here. Here's a lisä uusi, add new one.
Hmm.
You can just put the name here,
Hmm.
but these are already linked into the system. And again, these have all come from a customer. I remember this one was an idea that when we have our data flows and then we have the systems, why not have the actual like suppliers different? Because then if a supplier changes, we just go and change it from there. We don't have to touch anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Simple, saves time and effort, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you have to have I have me as a business, I have to have all my suppliers filled in here, right?
Yeah. So from the law's perspective, every single company that processes data that you own about your customers, about your henkilöstö, your account, your people who work for you. What do we call them again?
Employees.
Employees. About your employees, about possible people who work with you. You need to have them mapped out. What data you have, what systems they go into, and who has access to these systems. These are the main 3 parts of GDPR.
Mm-hmm. I bet that would be a bit different for United States because nobody cares about the employees by GDPR. So it's like I have to
Uh,
rethink about. I'm talking to myself. I have to rethink or maybe spend time with you, because inside America they don't like they are only exposed to European customers, and for
mm,
that they have to be responsible. But I'm not sure that by European law they have to use it inside the company as European law describes. Maybe that
uh,
part I have to go deep into that. Maybe yes, but maybe just we see what I mean. Just for those
mm,
that are actually reaching their websites and leaving cookies or emails and credit cards and that and that and that. Maybe they can say that I don't know. So this part is very needs to be more addressed more, and that's very good. And I need to go deep in that. That will they need to obey European law how they store their own people who work in
mm.
America? You see what I mean?
Yeah, I would imagine that probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
Um,
But it has to be double checked. I have no idea. Maybe the GDPR is such a fucker that it even asks them to do that. I don't know. Could be. Could be. Then there's
yeah,
a that's then there is a whole new market, man. Like if GDPR tells American company that we want you to comply with our laws, how do you store your own employees? Huh.
yeah, actually, yeah,
If
here,
not,
just quick.
if not, then this part. So there is just yes or no. If
Yeah,
yes, okay, then they have to do this. If no, this should be like compressed to like one button, like don't care about you, EU or something like that. So like
yeah, yeah,
not
yeah,
our
because
point. Like
what I'm reading here just quickly is that in US there's no national data privacy law, that it's kind of a mix of federal laws and then state laws, and California was the first one to
California, and
mod
then now
to
now I
have
think
one
it's
that's
Colorado, I
modeled.
think,
Yeah.
or
So
Colombia or
yeah,
something.
yeah, modeled something after the EU GDPR, but yeah, that's true. It's probably. But are you? But aren't you gonna? Are you gonna sell or contact like people more in the EU? Like I would imagine that this could be a good service for like Italy, France, Spain, what I don't know.
Yeah. No, no, no. I did. It's not about you and me. It's like about it's the thinking aloud because I haven't been digging into that.
Yeah, yeah, okay, but no problem. So, but that was a quick overview. So these three, first we put the what data we have, where it goes, who gives the systems. After that, we have the backbone for all the rest of this GDPR work. So basically, if we have no idea what kind of information we have and where it goes, it's pretty hard to do anything else like assess risks or tell our companies that we work with what we do, right?
Sounds good.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that's just what you want to get in their head at this point, that they have to go through what kind of data they have, where it goes, so that they can actually like comply. So then the next part here, we have this risk assessment, but we have I don't have so much time that I think we're gonna have to skip this one. I can do maybe this on another time, but here we have like the different risk assessments. Actually, good that I noticed this because I have to demo this. I won't need these two, but here there are different kind of like, for example, AI systems, if they have the whistleblowing directive touches them, they have to have these kind of balance tests, what we
I don't
call.
even know what's that directive mean, really.
Yeah.
It's not me, the customer, or me, Tim. I have no idea what is that. Whistleblower. I know what's whistleblower. It's like reporting, right? It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. And then you're
but
supposed
is
to
it
have.
okay? You're supposed to have a whistleblowing directive. Really? I had no idea.
Oh no, this is only for companies that have 50 or more employees.
Ah,
So
really? You have to have it.
yeah, whistleblowing directive is if
Oh my
over
God.
uh,
Oh my
here.
God.
Yeah, so under the
Legally
EU,
required. Oh
yeah,
shit, man. Okay, deadline. Oh shit. Okay. I have to dig for you the US also. I have no idea. Like I didn't know.
yeah,
Huh,
no, no problem.
okay.
We, yeah,
I like
I've also
studying.
been,
I mean, I like learning. Yeah.
yeah,
Fuck, man.
okay.
Okay.
But so
Skip.
we have
Yeah,
this,
yeah. If you're
yeah,
running out of time, like I've had a lot of information today. Like you don't
yeah,
have to
okay.
compress everything.
Well,
Like I
so
what we spoke in the beginning was very important for me also. So it
okay,
was all part of the process.
okay. So then the only thing that's really important, in my opinion, that you go over with the person is that they get the privacy policies that they can link to the website. So that's in this last one. Maybe I'll show from the Bandercom thing
Yeah.
anyway, so you get a better picture. And then maybe you can ask from Juha some companies that you could show, but here they get the privacy policy. So I just go through it like this, that after we've put all the information that you need in there, then we come here to information and publishing privacy policies. The only thing that's different from the other places is that here we have a published, you can see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. When we press publish, you get from here a public link. And all we need to do is one goddamn time in your life, you just need to take this hyperlink and you need to put this on your website. So then, if anything has to be changed, for example, here I go to the preparation day and I put 7/1/2026 here for this customer. Oh, what's it? 2026 here. And let's say I just change that R. Then I go here, I save it. I go here, and now we'll say that it's modified 7/1. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the easiest way because imagine before you had to have like a PDF and then you have like exactly Pirkko here is asking from Matti over there that why is this privacy policy version V6 put from last year because V7 is 2 years ago and then this one is newer. Why? Which one is accurate? This is the easiest way, or then you would have to have just like text on your website and then you have to go and edit that. Just much smarter that you have just these links and they're automatically always up to date.
Mm-hmm.
So and then you'll never be alone with this kind of service. That's like one thing that usually people like that. I show that, and then I show like a reference what it looks like on their website. Then before I start closing, I just go, "You'll never be alone with the service. We have this expert support." I don't know how this is going to work with if you start bringing an international customer. You'll probably discuss
No
this
idea.
with you, huh?
Yeah.
But
But somehow.
just if you start getting customers, I think that we'll figure that out. That's the bigger problem is if
Yeah.
it, so then that all comes with it, so no problem. And then I just go into I show it from the website. I asked after that. I usually ask that you probably want to know how much this kind of service costs, and then I'd like to do it like this, but you can do it however you want. I usually go here, and then I just go like so. It depends on how many people work for your organization. And Tim, how many people do you have basically working for you?
Will I have we have something like 20?
Yeah, perfect. So then this is the right package for you, and 1,540 euros plus VAT.
Mm-hmm.
And what you get is the ready, open, written documentation, everything that you need. it's already in the right order. All you need to do is click through it. You get the links so that it will always be on your website. And then obviously our unlimited help. You don't need to pay us an extra single penny. If you have some kind of moment where you need our help,
Will
we'll
you
be
help me
here.
fill that in? If he asks, will you help me fill it in? Like, do they ask it?
Yeah. Then that's usually how I start closing. And then usually I've actually mentioned when I've shown everything, I've said that we can also build it for you, but then there will be like building cost. So here,
So you can make it customized. So you can buy it as a package, and then you can buy it as a package which is customized with your particular like details, with your company details, with your company stuff, or like,
exactly.
or is it filling in? I don't know. Sorry.
No, so exactly. So here you have two options how you can do this with
Yeah.
us, Tim. You have either this, the annual investment, so that you get the easy GDPR and you can use it yourself, or then in the beginning you can choose this räätälöinti. So that means all you need to do is fill out this very simple few point form. It's like something that it will take max 15 minutes, very easy to fill. We get the information of your data systems, everything we can work from there. And for 640 euros plus VAT, we'll build your profile ready all the way to the point where you're 100% compliant with the law. And that's our two ways of working. Uh, no matter which one you choose, you have an hour with me in at the start in this kind of starting meeting where we can go over everything if you had any more questions or otherwise.
One
But
hour?
how do you?
I'm sorry. An hour? You
Yeah,
said you have an hour. Okay. So they have a 1 hour with you for filling in.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. They have this. But
Mhm.
yeah, and then that's the best close I've noticed for me has been that I just ask. So which one would be an easier way for you to start? Would you like us to build it for you with the extra 640, or just want to go with a yearly investment of 1,540 euros?
And they all go for 640. Okay. Yeah, of course. It's
Not always,
easy.
not always,
Not
not
always.
always. No,
Mhm.
and then usually I get I don't obviously you have to this is where it starts. It's like 1 out of 10 will just say yes, but
One
other
out of
the
10.
other well,
Okay.
for that obviously you have to usually go through a few objections. So
Yeah.
if after that somebody says something and then they're like, I got to talk to my wife and my dog, and my dog needs to eat a bone, and then after he's eaten the bone, I'll know, and then I'm just like, yeah, no problem, and then I start going over objections and usually maybe do a deal or something. I'm like, if this
Mm-hmm.
time, if I could do the 640 for 320, would it be there? And then sure, we start making try and make a deal.
And then, oh, so you can make a discount you can ask, like you go to your boss and make a discount for this 640 kind of,
Yeah,
and then he
yeah.
will close
So
it for 320, yeah, or whatever.
yeah, and like depends like what kind of this is like work that you have to do.
Hmm.
Like you'll get the form and you got to fill in the information for them. So it's kind of
Hmm.
like if you give a discount on this, it's discount from your work. But
Yeah.
I don't mind that myself because the yearly investment is good enough. But obviously I would like more money if possible. Never had too much of it, but so I've done like this for free too, and other stuff that you can give is everything that's in our verkkokauppa, like these different these are koulutuksia, like what do we call koulutus is training. Like you can give stuff for free. Like let's say that if they haven't ever
From
yeah,
that you can like say, okay, I can open this one for free for you, like
yeah.
because you're such a good guy. Yeah.
Exactly. I would be like,
Ah,
okay, if
okay.
I drop if like 320 for I'll build it for you for 320. I don't know, like you was gonna be so mad at me. I'll probably have to do this after hours because like there's no sense that I'm doing this. But 320 for that, and I'll give you this course on top of that. Is it a deal? Like
Uh-huh. Okay, okay. And a
that's
free
that's
course.
how I.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. But what are these? Okay, whistleblowing, I understand. So I will go to the English page and I'll check it. Okay, don't
Yeah,
waste your time.
yeah, because I do.
Okay. Nice. I have to go over these. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them.
Do we have this in English, our website?
It's probably you do, but probably it's me who haven't seen them. I don't
I,
know.
I don't know. I don't know. This is kind of interesting how you I there's no English but in
You
any
have to
weird
go
here.
for EU.
Ah,
Uh-huh.
no.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay, but these are things that I think you'll have to work with you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta
No
jump
worries.
off. But
I can
here,
go with I will go with the Google Translate, so I will check it. So no worries.
yeah, yeah. But hey, thank you. I hope
Thank
you
you.
got
Thank you.
something from this.
It
I
was a
think what this,
very needed, man. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
no
And
problem, no problem.
I think I will have more questions, but not on a daily basis, I promise you. Now
No,
I
no,
have,
no. But we can,
if you will
yeah,
send me that the recording, and I will go through everything once again, like tonight, and I will speak with you then.
yeah, exactly. And if you start finding something that you like feel that is working or you have some problems, I would be, as you noticed, my English is pretty good
It's
and
very
it's
good. It's
getting
very
it's
good.
getting better. I'm getting better at pitching this, so I would be also very interested in making deals into the international water. So if you feel that you start opening doors and need help or I can also maybe book a couple at some point or come jump on and try to make a deal with you, anything, because like any every way to make money and have fun is fun for me. That's
Yes,
the
it is.
things I enjoy.
I was just thinking that this could be because this is not the finished product,
Mm,
not a finish. It's a finished product, but not finished product for the
yeah.
U.S. market at this moment. So it has to be a little bit
Mm,
sharpened and polished for U.S. because right now it's very finished. And the US guys, they wanted like, okay, simple, three big buttons. This one I
mm.
like, this one I don't have much time. Okay, done, deal, or like fuck off. So now,
But yeah, it's the this has the potential though, and then on the other hand, people who don't they notice that this is pretty easy, but then there's a lot of things. Then at that point you can just sell the idea that will work for you. Let's have the räätälöinti, the 640. We'll build it for you, and then we'll keep up to date because those aren't
Mhm.
impossible to do. Because if you see this quickly, just that we have the status report. And for the status report, it's very easy to keep up to date what things are there. So then we'll just make the updates as necessarily. So
Yeah. I know. But because this is just one of three parts that America is right now, and I will finish very quickly. That America is now very scared of, and they also very scared of AI Act. And
mm,
every American, whatever startup or anything, whatever everybody has AI, and with the AI Act, they have to have AI EU
mm,
representative and regulation. So GDPR is not the only problem that they now have with the EU. They have the
mm,
AI Act, and they have another. So not only GDPR, but this stupid Article 27. Nobody understands what is that. But you have to have some special, and they will be asking, okay. Look, yeah, this is already very complicated. I'm happy you will save my ass with that. But what about these two? And I'm like, well, let's make another Teams meeting and go over that. Or you can get a bundle.
mm,
That's what we haven't been working out because I don't have the solution and Juha doesn't have a
mm.
solution. Nobody has a solution. And we together have to find this solution that we together can sell because they have three pains, not only GDPR, but really three pains. Every American company which is exposed its naked ass to Europe, basically, and the European watchdog will screw it. So they have three pains. Now we have only one, like 33% of the ass covered, but two-thirds we have to think
Mm.
together or create like a bundle. That's what I was thinking. And then Juha is on a holiday, so I haven't been talking much about that when he's on holiday. But it would be wise to create one, two, three, and then like, okay, you can buy three at whatever 10,000, or you can buy all three, whatever, with 5,000, just imaginary numbers. So why pay like so? Because I've been checking the other company, they're charging shit ton of money.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this one will cost you 3K. this one 3K or like 2.9, 2.9, and this also 2.9. It's like, okay, 9,000 for a year, for 1 year. But you need all three. So why don't we give you like 5,999, but for three? But we don't have the other two as a product. See what I mean? So we have to evaluate the product sooner or later. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, but soon. So because the others are already selling it, and you can Google because if you will be it will be a good team competition. I mean, selling to the other markets. You can search what others are pitching to US customers. So the companies are like Vanta or like Safe, whatever. I can send you some links. They do have already in their lists, like, okay, GDPR, yes. This, AI, yes. This, yes. So if you're relatively moderately, not even big, you have to have those three, like it or not. And nobody has the Yuha style selling. Like, okay, why buy three different ones? Because they have like so complicated. Like you go to their price list, and then you go there, and everybody is like, book a call, book a call, book a call, and then then in the call, I haven't done. Like probably the good thing we would do would be act as of some real American company. I have to think about it and book some seller which sells all these and record it somehow, under the table with the phone. So ask them how do they pitch it to, how do they pitch all that? So this is what we would need. And then we can have who built more American customers. And I owe you a Cadillac or you owe me a Cadillac. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing towards our Cadillac. So yeah, but let's be in touch, and I'll send you the recording
Have good sales, man.
Thank you.
Today is Orthodox Christmas, so you're gonna have lots of good things. Today is a
Yeah,
miracle.
I'm 100% sure I got one coming up really soon, so that's why I gotta.
Go
So
ahead, go ahead,
let's
go ahead.
okay.
Thank you, thank
Yes,
you. Ciao,
bye,
ciao.
bye, bye, bye.